Hi everyone, my name's Pieta Valentine. I'm a former physiotherapist. I've written 2 books, The Resident's Voice from a Dementia Unit and The Resident's Rise from a Dementia Unit. Today's session is on how to remain positive visiting a dementia unit. Now there's so many factors to this, but one big factor is that if you have support, genuine, practical, positive support from say 2 good friends, then it's a lot easier to remain positive visiting a dementia unit because you won't be exhausted and shattered and low on energy when you've got the support of 2 good friends helping with practical issues, all of which are needed, with a person entering a dementia unit and indeed as well when they are in the dementia facility. There's so much to be done. Often people just do not realise how much still needs to be done for a person in a dementia facility, for them to have a comfortable life and some quality of life at least. So, if though you do not have the support of 2 good friends or, a daughter or someone that can also help out with all the, the big things like, the doctor's visits and the dentist visits and the optometrist and getting new shoes and this and that and, wardrobe and etc. If you haven't got help with that and you're having to do everything yourself, it can become very hard to be positive because it can become overwhelming, really stressful. Whenever anything becomes overwhelming, it's stressful. So that's why it all has to sort of be planned out and managed so that it doesn't become overwhelming. Now, if though, after all your, efforts of trying to see if someone else can support, often what happens, unfortunately, people will support for the first 2-3 months, maybe the first 6 months, really for a year. And then after that, if your mother's in the facility, say for 4 or 5 years, which can sometimes happen, by the 2nd year, no one else is visiting, except maybe 1 or 2 daughters some of the time, but it's not what you'd really call support, just a quick visit at the unit and not actually practically helping with anything. So what you have to do is that you have to be strong and you have to actually use your discerning power, your judgment, and you have to steel yourself and see, okay, now what is it that I can manage at this point? Because, if you're exhausted and you've got a husband at home and you've got the church, which you do a lot for and all of this sort of thing, you can't do everything. You can't do everything. So you just have to sit down with yourself, look in the mirror and pray, meditate, whatever you'd like to do, and just work out, okay, how am I going to manage here? What can I actually manage? And it may be, it will be that if you're overloaded and high stress, you will have to peel away some of the things that you're doing, reduce the amount of time, energy and effort that you're putting into things, because otherwise the stress the overload will just build and then it impacts on our health. It will impact on our health in one way, shape or form, either physically or emotionally. And so you don't want that happening. Of course you don't want that happening because that's going to impact on you, the other people in your life and the person in the dementia facility. So even though it may be hard, you may just have to cut back on your visits. So that if you're visiting every day, for example, you may have to visit every 2nd day, cut it back to every 2nd day. Now, if your mother's dependent on you, overly dependent and attached, that makes it doubly difficult because, they call out, if your name's Jane all day, where are you, it can just be an ongoing stream of, monologue all day at the unit calling out for you. But what can you do? I mean, you only have the strength to come every 2nd day. So your mother will just have to, even though she's got dementia, she's still got some willpower, strength and personality there. You'll just have to be firm with her and say, look, Mum, I'm doing my very best. I'm doing my very best. Of course, I'd like to see you every day. Look, I'll try my best. You can say that maybe. I'll try my best, but I can only come as much as I can. I'm here to totally support you. You can phone me when you like. Oh, that's good, dear. That's at least I can phone you. Yes, I've given an open line to the staff that you can phone me whenever you wish. That is absolutely fine. But in terms of visiting, I may just have to cut back a bit. Oh dear, it's so difficult. I like to see you every day. Yes, look, I know, but the reality is I just cannot manage to come in every day. So we're just going to cut it back a bit. Look, you've made some friends, at least at your dining table. For lunch, you've got a friend that you say hello to and that you chat to. So you've got more company than you had before. So you will be able to manage better. Oh, yes, I know that. She's a nice lady, that Jo lady. And I do like feeding the sparrows out of the window in the morning. That's also good company. Yes, so you've got, your friend at the table. You've got the sparrows out the window, and you do like going to the activities. It's good to go to the activities, Mum. Oh, yes, I know, but I'd rather have you seeing me rather than going to all those activities. Look, I know that, but the thing is, they've got activities. Once you get there, you enjoy it. You always enjoy the singing. Oh, yes, well, actually, I do quite like singing all those Daisy songs and everything, but I suppose I should really make an effort. Yes, Mum, yes, we all are having to make an effort, actually. I'm making an effort, and it will be good if you can make an effort. Oh, okay, well, I'll try. And that's it, you just need to talk it through like that. Be a bit strong, you may not have talked to your mother like this before, but now the time has arrived that you have to, because you need to save your strength. Okay, so there we are. Look, it's good for your mother anyway, for her to join in the activities and, go to the newspaper reading and go to the movies and learn a little bit and talk a little bit and all that. I mean, you can go to one or two of the activities with her to warm her up to it, and her friend from her dining table, you can make sure that you get a seat next to her if you can and warm up the conversation through chatting to both of them, and on it goes, So that's one way. The other thing is that in your own life, peel it back as well. Just look at any area where you can cut back, to save your strength, your precious, valuable strength and energy. Waning fast, you feel, but still you've got some left, like we all do, still functioning. But, maybe you can cut back on your husband's desserts at night, for example, if it's still the traditional model in New Zealand here, where men expect, can you believe it, dessert at night. God. Anyway, lucky that they even get a meal, actually. But just buy something from the supermarket and cut it up, whatever it is, apple pie or something, and serve that with a bit of cream from the fridge. And also get meals from the supermarket if you're too exhausted. They do all sorts of things and just heat it up. Hopefully he won't notice the difference. And even if he does, just say you don't have time. And of course he might be moaning away because you're not catering to him the way that you used to because of your mother going into... But anyway, look, just be pragmatic with both parties. I'm doing what I can. You're seeing your mother half the time that you used to. Now your husband's eating half as much as he used to. Because he's not enjoying the supermarket food. That's good, he's losing weight, so that's good for your health. That'll help all of us. And so it is, once you get things in place, like this, and then you get it. Look, you might even decide you need to go away for a couple of days with a friend or something, and have a break, or go and see your, sister out in the country for a few days and lie on the couch and relax. But whatever it is, you just do what you need to do to, take those stress layers off and chill out and unwind so that you can get back to your central, strong self. And in this way, then you will be able to be positive then, because when you have strength and energy, you will be able to be positive. You'll feel positive. So these are the ways to be positive whilst visiting in a dementia unit. And thank you for your support and likes and subscriptions. And please pass on these links to anyone affected by dementia in this way, in these ways, I would really appreciate it. Thank you.